The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mohsen Zia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People, based upon a real-life relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamohsenzia.com and www.amazon.com/Mia Mohsen Zia.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey, everybody, it's Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, along with Amazon, Audible, Apple, and coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, TuneIn, Pandora, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a longtime veteran promoter and programmer, a very terrific gentleman out of the UK. He's got his own music label called Deuce Music, and he's been in the business for quite some time, promoting artists like Deep Blue Sea and also Mr. President, and also you've have Phil Francis, and you just have a lot of independent artists that are looking to make a breakthrough from the United Kingdom out into the stage, and he provides a great service, and he'll talk more about it. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from Plus Studios in beautiful downtown somewhere in the UK, ladies and gentlemen, the very multi-talented promoter, producer, and programmer, Rob Saunders. Rob, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Good evening, Mike. Nice to see you. Well, it's good evening here anyway.
Well, you too as well, too. And it could be a good morning, like, say, in Japan, where they may be having a hard time getting to sleep. So also think about that. So you've been the programming and also producing and promoting for quite a long time. And you've got your own label called Deuce Music. And you've been promoting a number of independent artists in the UK looking to break through, throughout the whole world. You got some terrific artists. We've had Deep Blue Sea, which, by the way, did the opening of my show. I'd love to have him back on. And you've also have a number of people, Phil Francis, and you got you got a song called Mr. President, during these times, and you just have a lot of experience. And before we talk about getting into all that and your label, tell us how I first got started.
It first started really just as a young kid, just listening to my dad's records. And that's really first got me started interested in music. But and then going through school, there wasn't too many opportunities where I grew up in Coventry in England. It was only when I moved down to England and I just got roped into managing my brother-in-law's band. It wasn't my brother-in-law at the time, but started managing them, a band called Songover. They went on to some pretty good success, got some good radio play and some good gigs, but never quite took off. I think we probably would have ended up killing each other if they all stuck together. But they split up like a lot of bands often do, and it was really a case of whether I just stopped doing the music business and along with them, or continue it through with all the contacts that I'd made over the years. So chose to continue, set up my company Deuce, and it just built up from there.
And how'd you come up with the name Deuce Music?
I'm a huge Kiss fan growing up, and so Deuce is a name of one of their songs from the first album back in 1973. So I always like names to be short and sharp, and Deuce just fitted the bill.
and of course, from one Kiss fan to another, and of course, imagine if you're one of the 5 people that actually first performed in 1973 at a bars, and it was like no cover charge. Think about that, and who knew they would be back in the day if you think about it. So. Exactly. And what was that one moment that precisely influenced you into what you're doing today? So you talk about the history of it. What was the one moment that simply said to you, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my career?
I wouldn't say one moment. It's just been gradual. It's I've constantly read music autobiographies, constantly had an interest in new bands. I always used to buy albums years and years ago. That's just on the back of looking at the album cover, and I just think that I wonder how they sound. I bet they sound good. And I would read music magazines back to back, every little bit, just in case I missed some vital bit of information. It's just something that I always wanted, and I moved down to London, thinking I'd walk straight into some record label job, something like that. Those opportunities didn't come along to me, and so I thought, well, if no one's going to take me on, I'll set up my own business and go from there.
Mm-hmm. And how long Deuce Music has been going on for?
I'd say it's been pushing 15 years now. It was originally starting as Deuce Management and Promotion, and then I just took a short break away from the music business just for a few months, and then just decided to remarket the company as simply as Deuce Music.
And of course, who are some of the artists that you feature in those 15 years, and who did you know have gone on to bigger and better things from your label?
Well, there's been some acts that I've worked with that have already had a bit of a name for themselves in the past, and so it's been a tough one, to be honest. There's an awful lot of bands that have showed so much potential, and for one reason or another, it's not quite worked out, even when they've been on the cusp of success. And this is actually one of the reasons, which we'll probably be talking about later on, why I set up the record label, because there was an awful lot of really good tracks that I've promoted and never quite reached the success that I was expecting them to. So as I say, we'll probably be talking about this later, but we're now re-recording some of these tracks with professional production, new vocals, and hoping to make it more successful second time round for a lot of these acts.
So it sounds like that the acts you've had before, you're basically regenerating, and you're just adding, like, say, new vocals, new mixing, new production, and you're basically just re-releasing. And will they be like under a different name, or would it be just the same, different, or how would you market that? Like, say you just like, say, Deep Blue Sea, for example. Like, say you take one of their songs, you redo it, and everything else. And how would you market that?
Well, at the moment, the first track being released is Mr. President. The song's called Mr. President. In this particular case, because of the political annotations about the song, the artists wanted just to stay anonymous, because we know how easily it can affect fan bases for artists if they choose to back a particular party. So in this particular case, it's Deuce Music, and the name of the song is Mr. President. In future, it will be Deuce Music featuring name of the artist and then the song.
Okay. And also, you're talking about Mr. President being of a sensitive nature. What is the current political situation that you're at right now compared to other countries, especially with the Brexit recently?
Sorry, you cut out a little bit there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What I was trying to ask is, you talk about the Mr. President be of sensitive political nature. What is the current political situation in your country compared to others, especially with the Brexit situation some of us have been following?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not one of these people that really get wound up and take too much notice of political situations. I think with the likes of social media now and 24-hour media, everyone's voicing their own opinions. They're shouting over each other. With regards to the track Mr. President, I thought this is perfect because people are just constantly voicing their opinions on social media, and for a track like that, it could quite easily take off because of some people supporting it, other people taking offence to the track. In answer to your question, for me, I try not to get too involved with politics. I try not to get too annoyed with the decisions that they make, because it's all out of my control. I think really, with all this COVID stuff that's happening at the moment, this is probably the first time I'm actually really finding political decisions being made that's really affecting my way of life. Other than that, pre-COVID, I just got on with my life and accepted that there's always going to be obstacles put in my way, and always find a way of getting over them.
And we'll also talk about some of your feature artists, too, and maybe give a little plug as well, too, in just a minute. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, and over 25 podcast platforms, including Amazon, Audible, Apple, and coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, TuneIn, Pandora, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with record label executive, promoter, and producer Rob Saunders of Deuce Music here on the Mike Wagner Show. And you feature quite a number of artists, including Deep Blue Sea and more. Maybe just tell us about some of the artists that you have in your repertoire, and what do they currently have out right now? So maybe you can just give a plugs on some of the bands on your label.
There's so many that I'm promoting at the moment. I mean, you mentioned at the start that they're UK based, but they're actually all over the world. There's a new act that I've been promoting that's based in Paris, France, called Bantanani, and that's been getting really good feedback. An excellent singer called Aria from Toronto, Canada, with a song called This Boy that's been getting again incredible feedback. I kind of like lose track a little bit of how many great acts that I'm promoting at the moment, because there's that many coming through. But as I say, they're from all over the world, ranging from the UK, France, Canada, America, Australia. And it just makes every day being a bit more excited. It's exciting. You don't know what the next day is going to bring. You don't know what the next track that's being sent to you is going to be like.
And how about for our American listeners, who are some of the acts that you're featuring right now from America, and tell us about those?
You put me on the spot now. I'm just trying to think. There's actually a band that I'm going to be promoting in a few weeks' time called, off the top of my head, the Black Shore Ties, I believe they're called, and they're a bluesy number. And I've only just actually started listening to their material just in the past day or so, but they're sounding really, really good. So look out for them.
Okay, and how about for some of your Canadian listeners too? Because you got some a Canadian fan base, and there's also, besides European fan base, how about the Canadian fan base as well too? Especially with Mike Wagner Show, you got some Canadian listeners out there.
Yeah, I would recommend you check out a singer called Aria. That's spelled Aria. And I think you'd be quite impressed with her music if you like a well-produced R&B-ish. R&B-ish, I would say, type music. So definitely check her out. There's actually another one with a similar name called Dream Maria, and they're also based in Toronto, Canada, but they're more progressive rock band.
Okay, and how about some bands you're promoting from Russia, and how about some bands you're promoting from the Asian region, including Japan, China, and the Koreas?
Not touched on that market I did promote a Russian band or a Ukrainian band, I stand to be corrected, a while ago. At the moment, nothing's come through yet from Asia. So maybe that's an area that I need to dabble into.
Okay, and also lastly as well too, how does your record label differentiate from the others?
It's different because we're re-recording songs that people probably didn't hear first time round. So it's all bands and artists that's been promoted by Deuce in the past. And as I mentioned before, they didn't quite reach the heights that we expected first time round. They got disillusioned by the music industry and called it a day. And so I thought, we've been left with these great songs, and we can't do anything with them. No one's hearing them. So I hooked up with music producer Norm Saberin, who's also based in Toronto, Canada. And he's done an excellent job recording and producing the first track, Mr. President. And that's the idea. We're recycling these tracks. So more and more people will hear them. They'll hopefully go back to the back catalogue of these acts that never quite made it. Who knows? They may make a comeback on the back of it. But also in the future, we will be using vocalists from singers that may have their own catalogue of music. So it works both ways. We'll be introducing listeners to the singers' back catalogue of music, as well as the music on the Deuce label. We'll be introducing them to the back catalogue of the acts from the past as well.
And how do bands and artists submit music to you?
Just simply email me at robertdeucemusic.com.
robertdeucemusic.com. And we're going to talk about what's coming up for 2021 beyond for Rob Saunders and Deuce Music. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, along with 25 podcast platforms, including Amazon, Audible, Apple, and coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, TuneIn, Pandora, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with record executive of Deuce Music, Rob Saunders, here on the Mike Wagner Show. And just a few things, Rob, and we're looking forward to having you back on soon, talk about more bands, and looking forward to sending us what you've got and everything else. You've been absolutely great. And what can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, Rob?
2021. Well, we'll be glad to get 2020 out of the way. So let's hope that 2021 is going to be a lot better. But it's really a case of just carrying on what I'm doing. I'm always looking for new radio presenters that have got an interest in new and independent music to play the acts that I'm promoting. Always looking for new radio stations to play my own radio show, which we've not touched upon. I have my own radio show, the Deuce Radio Show, which is my way of being able to guarantee that the acts that I promote get radio play before the promotion even starts. So we've got that syndicated out to about 50 plus radio stations around the world. So always looking for more stations there that are interested in broadcasting it. With regards to the label, we'll be looking at hooking up maybe with licensing companies, because it'll be quite good to maybe get some of the music featured, films, adverts, TV series, and really just constantly just on the hunt for new contacts that can help spread the word that little bit further.
Mm-hmm. And where can we find you at?
They can find me on the website, www.juicemusic.com.
Juicemusic.com. And lastly, who do you consider biggest influence in your career, Rob?
That's a tough question. You know what? It's probably going to have to go back to where we started with the name of the company, Kiss. They were the first, probably the first band that I stumbled across going through my cousin's vinyl collection, and it was them really that's really just inspired me to get things moving into the music industry. And Paul Stanley's always full of words of wisdom, isn't he, as well? So yeah, I'll go for Kiss.
That's very good, and one of my favorites too. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point, Rob?
Follow your gut instinct. Only listen to people that have got experience in this line of work, and don't listen to people that just do your typical 9-to-5 job and aren't venturing out doing anything different.
Mm-hmm. And that's very amazing, too. Once again, Rob Saunders, owner and founder and promoter of Deuce Music here on the Mike Wagner Show. Rob, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you soon. Once again, before we go, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people check out your music and check out other people's music?
Up-and-coming projects. All new bands that have got lots of bands being promoted for the rest of the year, including 1 week that'll be featuring all Christmas tracks. You'll be able to find more information at juicemusic.com. That's spelled DEUCE. And you can also just follow on social media, facebook.com/juicepr, twitter.com/juicepr, and instagram.com/juice-pr.
That sounds very good. Once again, Rob, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. We'd love to have you back.
Thank you very much.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based upon a real-life relationship, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon. Do read it. I'm sure you'll love it. It's www.miamosinzia.com and www.amazon.com/Mia
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.